And we return with Blades and Dark. Now, before we begin this session, a quick content warning. This stream may lead you down a path that some would consider unnatural. Anyway.
That's cryptic.
There are going to be some very unnatural happenings in this session, yeah.
We like the supernatural. Though.
Very unnatural. So yeah, we're opening back at the hideout. Eddie is having herself a drink.
Naturally.
And it seems suspiciously quiet. Maybe because Luxe isn't in.
What the fuck am I looking right? It is suspiciously quiet.
Good evening. It is suspiciously quiet.
It is suspiciously quiet. I feel like it's just... I mean, there's people here, but they're definitely not here.
Something's missing.
So Felton has come back from his mental health day and is looking a lot better.
Oh, Felton. Lovely to have you back.
I would like to say it's good to be back. I've been on a sort of a spa retreat over the weekend. Done wonders for my skin.
It would do, especially when they give you a good facial.
Oh yeah, of course.
Did you have plenty of reading time?
Oh, I did. I actually, you know what? I managed to catch up on some very interesting reads.
Oh, please do tell.
Well, he says, standing up straight, and he pulls out a list in his pocket, which is literally his reading list. And he tells you that most recently he's been reading a series of autobiographies. He starts listing off all these people who you would recognize, Midnight, as famous historical pirates. He's been reading a lot of pirate historical drama stuff.
How fascinating.
Well, you know, we're criminals and stuff. I thought maybe I'd do some, like, homework, I guess. And these guys were successful, right? I mean, right up until they were caught and executed. Up until then, they were successful. So I imagine if I read at least 2/3 of these books, I'll know what to do right.
I'm not sure they're entirely meant to be used as how-to books, but I do applaud your efforts.
Well, I know how much you love when people do homework.
I believe I've read a few of these. Oh, yes, that was quite a good one. Oh. Very informative. So, are you planning on journeying out on the seas?
Depends. What are you all doing today? I thought my job was mostly let's clean up this place, but it seems more or less clean. As if it... Actually, it seems he looks around the hideout. It's like, has someone else been doing my job while I've been away? 'Cause it's a lot cleaner than it normally would be.
Perhaps you add more to the mess than you remove from it.
Eddie, you also notice this place seems like someone's recently cleaned some stuff out.
Oh.
Has someone stolen anything?
What?
We seem to be missing a lot of our possessions.
Oh, come on. They're not tidied my fucking room.
Perhaps it was just the junk.
Okay, no, my room's fine. Oh. Midnight. Where's Fox's stuff gone?
Oh. Perhaps he's just cleaned his room for once in his life.
Yeah, but...
Where is Fox?
He's not... I mean, Crimson's still here. But... he's not moved it into Luxe's room.
Oh, there appears to be a note on the bed. Would you like to read it?
I mean, sure. Fucking lash.
Oh, are we gonna have a voiceover from Fox about this?
Oh, are you ready for the Okay. I'll let him do the dramatic reading.
It is difficult to put into words how I'm feeling at this moment in time. Having been through so much with each of you, creating beautiful memories and showing a side of myself that I'd never shown to anyone before. I've spent my life wearing a mask, moving from persona to persona. With you guys, I allowed my mask to slip, which is now something I deeply regret. I put trust in each and every one of you, placed my life in your hands, and was ready to give it away to protect you all. Thought you guys would always have my back. But as it turned out, at the first sign of some easy coin, you were ready to sink a dagger into it. It is because of this that I'll be taking my leave from the Fractured Dawn. The court case you dragged me through was extremely stressful. Not only were 3 of my alleged friends standing against me, but they were also lying, bending, and fabricating the truth to win against me. I know when people are lying. Viv, you lied multiple times, to the court, to the judge, and to me. When I volunteered to take this hit on your behalf, you jumped on the prosecution stand and worked your hardest to bring me down. You probably thought that it was easy. On the prosecution stand, you had nothing to lose. But you did, in fact, lose something. My trust in you, and my friendship. I suppose the emotion I can convey the most at this point is disappointment. Disappointment in friends who I thought I could trust. Disappointment in the jeering faces across the stand celebrating my loss. Disappointment at the lies told so openly to my face. Disappointment in a group that would so openly risk everything I tried so desperately to protect for the sake of coin. I will not be taking my skills elsewhere, though I have considered it. I have a lot of work I will need to do now, ensuring that my public appearance doesn't get traced back to me, and the downsizing of my business following this quite substantial financial loss. You may think me selfish for putting coin before friends in this case. You guys were way ahead of me on that. Please do not attempt to talk to me. I will be operating alone from here on out. If our paths do cross, do not expect to greet you as more than an acquaintance.
Wow.
Oh, my word, that was a superb impression, Eddie. I'm rather speechless. It was almost as though you were here in the room reading to us.
Got quite good at throwing my voice over the years, you know.
You should do that professionally.
I'll consider it. I mean, it seems he's gone for good.
Oh yes, Fox. He'll be back, I'm sure.
I'm not so sure about that one.
You know what they say about main characters.
What do they say about main characters?
Well, the main characters never die. They always come back.
I don't know, man. It seems.
You hear Felton shout from down the hall. Not in this book that I'm reading right now. They just offed him.
Not now, Fulton. We're being positive.
Well.
Perhaps we could try and look for him.
I mean, he said he didn't want to be found.
We could just enjoy the silence for a few moments before he returns.
I mean, I think we owe him as much as to not try and find him. He doesn't want to be found, and if
You're
he
right.
did, he'd be here.
Yes, he does not want to be found. We should not go looking for him. We should enjoy the silence.
Well, so
Midnight has a big smile on his face, enjoying the silence.
It's just
It's
he's
too
just zen.
quiet. I don't like him, man.
So Junto asked you if you've seen Fox recently. Like, he wasn't there for their morning baths together.
Oh
Man,
yes,
he's gone.
he's taking some unpaid leave.
I think I don't think he's taking unpaid leave. I think he's gone. Like, he's left a note in his room and everything. It's all cleared out. Like,
But he left the toothbrush.
I mean, it was your shared toothbrush. Maybe it was
But
something.
what if he
you
gets
to have.
gingivitis without it?
I'm not sure Fox has ever used a toothbrush in his life.
Oh no, we
Oh,
share a
yes,
toothbrush.
We shared it. Man, I think he wants you to have it. He obviously cares more about your dental hygiene than his own. Which is quite a nice gesture if you think about it.
He'd really do that for me.
I think so. I mean, he sees you like a
Junsoul
brother.
sheds a single tear.
There's a Junsoul. There's a
Yeah.
letter in his room.
Very
Like
glad.
it explains it if you want to read it. I'm not going to read it again. 'Cause I'd have to throw my voice and all that. But
It was a very good impression. You must hear it sometime if you can.
I'll do it another time. But yeah, the letter explains it. I don't think he wants to be found. He's validly enough pissed off with me, which I get. I totally understand. That's valid. I saw it coming.
I think
But,
so. Acting rather childishly, if you ask me. Quite foolish.
I don't know, man. Like it's a lot to stick on someone. I get it.
It was
like,
all just good fun.
I mean, I didn't have fun. It got too heated, and I didn't like it. And yeah, I did it out of being pissed off, and I did it on a whim, and I just regret it. I don't want it to form cracks in the group. I just
Don't beat yourself up. It's healthy to have discussions and occasionally heated arguments for educational purposes, to better ourselves and to learn. You've done nothing wrong.
yeah, but not to oust people from the group and make them feel like shit.
Well, I mean, he chose to oust himself, I suppose.
Yeah, but we've made him feel like he can't come back here.
He's
that's the
probably on
worst
his
thing
way
you can
back
do.
right now.
I'm not so sure.
Junsoul reminisces
You'll
like,
see
do you know
him
what?
back.
Fox is an irreplaceable member of this group.
I mean, yeah, I don't think you could replace him.
I mean, I'd be
Could.
furious if anyone tried to replace him.
I mean, we'll try not to step on his space that he's left. It would be really, inconvenient if someone else decided to join the group now and, moved into his old room, and that would really, be a bit of a shit move.
So terrible.
What kind of asshole would do that? Says Junsoul, clenching his fists.
Right?
His room should be left completely untouched, just for him.
It's
Oh,
his
and he
room.
goes
It
back.
should be where he left it. We could maybe move out someone. who
In
lives
fact, I'm not even gonna let
somewhere.
anyone else touch my toothbrush either until he comes back.
Don't let anyone. That's yours.
And I'm
now.
gonna start having my baths in private.
That
You know
sounds
what? That might be
like
good
a
for you. You get to stretch your legs out a little bit more.
I'll be honest, I've always wanted to try going akimbo.
Do it. You've got one life. Let's live it. Let's. I don't fucking know. Let's go wild. Let's go fucking feral. I don't.
Go wild. How
Go
does one do
feral?
that?
I don't know if Midnight
Still
can go
fucking-
feral.
We can make Midnight go feral.
I don't believe I've ever heard that expression before. Could you explain?
You just do whatever you want. You go crazy. You just.
Well,
know,
I would
you
like
get-
to read more books if that's an option.
I think Midnight would end up
Go
staying
feral?
past his bedtime, reading more books.
Yeah. So for you, going feral would be like, you read too much and your eyes hurt, and you're like, I'm just
No
gonna
such
read
thing.
another chapter.
Yes, I'd
And
like
it's
to read
dark.
another chapter.
And you stay up until the morning, and the sun comes through, and you're like, wow, I shouldn't have done that.
I mean, that sounds like every day.
Oh,
I must go feral every day.
Midnight is so feral,
Thank you.
says
I'm
Junsoul.
going to use that expression now. I'm going to go feral all the time.
I mean, my version of feral is probably way different from yours. Like, I would probably.
What's your version of feral? Is it as peaceful as mine?
If you consider getting blackout drunk peaceful, yeah.
I don't believe I've ever done that. What's the matter?
Let's get blackout drunk.
Get black.
So Blake from across the bar
fair.
reminds that today's the day you're supposed to be telling his family that he died, gesturing at the urn of ashes.
Oh,
That other-
shit. Was even more reason to go and get feral. I'm not good with families.
Junsol says
Fucking
getting
hell.
blackout drunk at a funeral is always, a standard.
It's acceptable.
I do quite like a funeral.
You like a funeral?
Yes, they're quite quite lovely, really, when you think about it. They, really highlight all the beauty of life and death. Yes,
I just go for the free bar.
I didn't even realize there was a free bar at a funeral.
Depends. Sometimes they'll leave aside a pot of money to put behind the bar so that everyone can go and get pissed on their behalf. It's great.
Oh, I see. Well, I fancy a funeral if you'd like to go and, as you say, go feral.
Alright.
We could do that.
We'll do a line of shots. And then we'll go feral and we'll take Blake back to his family. Hold a proper little funeral.
So Corvo reminds you that his family don't actually know that he's dead or that Corvo killed him, and he'd prefer it if you kept Corvo's name out of this. And maybe just say it was an accident.
I mean, shit, that's just, yeah, we weren't gonna drop you straight in it, don't worry. We're gonna, keep it on the down low. Like, I don't know, we'll come up with something. Fuck it, we always do.
So Blake's there thinking, I hope, a lot of people turn up to my funeral. It's the first one I've ever had.
Do you know what? I hope so too. A worst case scenario, if no one fucking pitches up, we'll just take you on a drinking tour of Doskvol, and we'll, I don't know, get someone to snort a line at you or something. Go out with a bang.
I mean, I hope a lot of people say really nice things about me, is, kind of what I was hoping for, said Blake.
Oh. I mean, that too. Well, I'll... Right, let's go. Let's hold a funeral.
Filton, we're going out. Would you like to come with us?
I'll be honest, I'm really enjoying the peace and quiet here recently. No one bossing me around.
Oh, I'm enjoying it too. It's really lovely.
I'm so glad there's no really condescending voices constantly putting me down at every turn. It's doing
Yes,
wonders for my
I
mental
relate.
health, actually.
We are going. We're going to a funeral.
That does
It's
sound like a
supposed to be
bummer,
very,
actually.
very
So,
peaceful. Very lovely.
Hmm,
Oh, yes, a bummer. Yes, very
it
sad.
is.
Lovely
I mean-
you can come too if you
There is,
want.
Eddie says there is an open bar there.
Oh, in that case. You should have led with that.
Listen.
Let's go then.
Okay, fuck it. Let's go.
Right, before you do go
Where-
out, though, I'm going to quickly switch to... 1 second. Score, if you want to pick your loadout, and I'll check your approach. It's going to be a social.
Oh,
Do we need a loadout?
just
You
in
might do. It's a
case.
funeral that you're staging.
Yeah. What the fuck? I'm gonna. You know what? Heavy load. What if I need to shoot people at a funeral? I don't know.
Alright, hang on. Because
Oh god.
you guys have a perk recently, you can roll twice. Risky. Okay. You roll with advantage. There we go. Don't pick your items yet, just pick the loadout, so if it's light, medium, or heavy, you don't have to pick the items just yet. There we go. Once you're ready, head out, and I'll take you to Blake's house.
Oh god.
Also, Blake is going to be joining you in his
I mean, I don't blame him. I'd want to see my own funeral.
I mean, he's not going to make himself known, but he wants to see everyone turn up and say nice things about him.
Here, Clara, could you pour a shot into this urn?
Blake's
It's
like,
for Blake.
please don't do that on my remains.
No, you gotta pour one out for your homies. Have you never, or like, have you never had a drink poured out for like in memory of you? Well, no, because you're only just right. It's the thing. When someone dies, you pour a drink out for them, right?
Yeah, I'm sure if you're dead and someone pours a drink out for you, you really appreciate that. Not that you can actually drink it or anything, but I'm sure in some way you'd really appreciate it, you know?
Listen.
Oh, Eddie, let me introduce you. This is my my partner, Simon.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, so ever since my wife, Elusive Lucy, left me, he's been a really reliable shoulder to lean on. He's even suggested moving in with him.
Yeah, I thought it'd be a great idea. I mean, I've got a one-room apartment with like one bed and like very little floor space, but you know, what would be a better idea than, you know, moving this giant man into my flat? It was a great idea. It was a perfect idea. That's why, you know, I thought so. I thought, what would make me happier? What would make me physically ecstatic, more ecstatic than being sat in a cramped room with this humongous beast of a human being wedged in with me? It's great. I love it every moment. My life is a fucking fairy tale.
So Clara leans in, Eddie, over the bar and tells you that this is actually one of the new members of your gang.
Oh, hello. Fuck.
No, I don't know you, so no.
Obviously not.
Eddie, you're taking rather long. Is everything all right?
We got a new pal.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be best friends, I can tell.
So
this is Simon, I think. Simon.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Midnight.
Yes.
Right, okay, cool.
So Clara leans in over the bar and says, "Oh, he's not the new member. She just is a little lower to a little dog by his feet."
Oh.
Who's this lovely fellow?
Woof. The dog, like, stares you down.
That dog's got human eyes. I don't like that shit.
You mind your lip, all right? I don't affect what eyes I've got, okay? You've got creepy demon eyes. You don't hear me judging.
You know what? That's valid. I'll take it.
Is that the dog speaking?
I think it is, mate. I think it is.
No, I'm
what's
just
your
a
name?
really good ventriloquist.
And who are you? What's your name?
You can call me Gasboard.
Nice to meet you. I'm Eddie.
What a good boy.
I'm not gonna remember that. I don't know if I'll go with Eddie on that. I think you're more of a thumper. That's what I'm calling you. You're thumper.
Sure.
And you, tall lad there. What's your name?
Oh, I'm Midnight.
Midnight. No, that won't do either. No, you're Starshine, okay?
Oh, yes, I'll be anything.
Starshine, okay, Starshine, thumper. What's the job? My nose is ready for danger. It's ready for adventure, and I'm dragging this dickhead around with me.
We're going to a funeral.
Yeah, we're going.
Yeah, it's my funeral, says Blake, you know, butting in. Like, yeah,
your
my
friend's
funeral.
Transparent. Is that normal?
People and alcohol.
He's dead. That's why he's a ghost.
Oh, you know, we dogs can see things better than you humans can. I could tell he was dead straight away. Do you know why?
He's translucent.
Because he is non-corporeal. That means he's got no.
That's an awfully big word for such a small dog.
Now that's a very rude thing to say, young man. You should respect your elders.
Make this dog more
How
eloquent
old
than
are
I'll
you?
ever be.
Well, I am 7 years old, but in dog years,
That is rather old.
that makes me
40
But he does-
something.
makes me bloody old, is what it does.
What's the times tables? 35, 42, 49. In dog years.
In dog years, yes, it's 7 years to every year. So just know that I've got a lot of life experience that a lot of you whippersnappers don't have. Especially not Simon.
Does that
Oh,
mean you're
yeah,
not
yeah.
dead, then?
Sorry?
Does that mean you're close to death? If you're old?
I'm not that close to him. I've met him a couple of times, though.
Oh, I see.
I think Horifus is probably closer.
I'm sorry, that was good.
Anyway, so there's some sort of funeral. Now,
Yeah,
I
my funeral,
understand-
come on. I mean, like, I want to see all the people who turn up and say how much they miss me and how much of an influence I've been in their life. And,
Oh yeah, I'm sure there'll be loads of
Look-
people who'll be saying that.
I'm looking
Got
forward
told you
to
did
seeing the
first, hang on.
spirits and
Christ.
the reading material and
I
the
was
the open
different
bar.
kind of spirit for me. But
I'm gonna level with you guys. I was told that your group was a bit larger than this. That there's and now at the moment we've got one tall drink of water and a tiny little goat girl. What's going on?
less of the fucking guy.
Well, we've recently lost one of our most valuable members.
Jesus Christ, did you
Long may
just
the
call
rest
Fox
peace.
valuable?
but
Wait,
Blake
wait,
appears
wait.
and says, wait, who's missing?
Fox.
When did that
Fox
happen?
has permanently left our team.
Permanently, you
It's
say?
just he left a little letter. He said he's not coming back.
So you've just lost one of your most valuable members, as you put it. And what is that? Is
Blake
that it?
moves
You
in a
just-
little
you just-
closer to Eddie and he says, does this mean that Lux is single again?
Lux doesn't know. She's
Man.
not here.
Who is this Lux that you speak of?
She looks a little bit similar to me. She's Taikarosi, so she's got horns too.
Oh, and where's
But
she?
she's taller. Fuck knows.
Okay.
Half of them aren't here today. So
Okay.
we've got. I'll give you the rundown. We've got Lux. She's tall. She's got demon horns. We've
Okay.
got Viv. She's short. She fucks a lot, and she has a pet rat. But we've got
Disgusting. Okay.
Jack. We've not seen him in like 5 weeks, 6 weeks. He's tall as fuck.
So the majority of your crew are absent. Is that normal?
Well, yeah. No.
you?
This is.
Because this does
Usually
not
it's
seem.
unprecedented.
This does
Usually
not seem
everyone else
like.
is here and I'm not.
This does not seem like sustainable absence to me.
It's
feel-
untenable. I'm gonna put them on a sickness plan, honestly, at this point.
I just think. So I mean, with me, obviously you get Simon in the deal, and he's Andy in some ways, aren't you, Simon? Oh yeah, I'm a valuable asset. See, he's absolutely indispensable, and then obviously you got me. I've got years of expertise doing crimes and whatnot. So and I've got.
Absolutely adorable.
That is extremely condescending. I don't want you to be a condescending Connor about this, Starshine, okay?
That's so cute.
Okay, well, I want you to know that I am not interested in you in that way. I'm not I'm not into any of this cross-species action or anything like that. I just want that to be put on the table ahead of time,
I'm
no
not
matter
sure
what you
you're
may
referring
think
to, but
about me.
would you like us to get you some dog treats?
I mean,
Do you do tricks?
this is extremely demeaning, but I won't say no to a dog treat or two. You
Hey,
know,
Pet.
if they're being offered, if they're on the table, as it were.
We'll find you some. Don't worry.
Okay. Doggy would like a biscuit, yes.
So Blake says, all right, cool. My house, by the way, right around here.
No.
Oh,
Just be aware, not everyone will be able to understand me as well as you two do.
You do
It's
have a
very
rather
fortunate that
strong
you're able
accent.
to. Listen here, Starshine. This accent is one of a noble race of dogs. We come from a working dog family as retrievers, retrieving hunted animals for our masters.
So you enter
That's
a
what I've
home,
got a
see
nose
a
for it.
young man and an
Oh.
older gentleman sat at a table talking together.
holy shit!
Oh, this place smells lovely.
Who are these people?
Ah, we have visitors, says the older man. Please,
Oh,
come
good
in.
evening, sir. Thank you.
Welcome. I
Yeah,
am
I'm just
visiting
gonna
my son,
walk this
Taka,
back
and
out,
my son.
Did you say your son Taka?
And he gestures to the other young man sat, who waves at you.
Oh, well, pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Midnight.
Nice to meet you, Midnight. Is this a friend of yours, Taka? Taka says he doesn't recognize this guy at all, or any of these people.
No, I don't believe we've ever met. Nice to meet you, Taka.
Oh no, I'm a very big acquaintance of your deceased son. You know, the dead one. I
have no dead son, says the man in red. I have a living son and a good-for-nothing son.
Oh.
Yeah, well, he's not good for much now.
It's for
Simon just walks
decoration?
off into the back and starts going through their stuff. Now, Simon, no, remember, basic etiquette here, okay? We're gonna... No, there might have some good... What's
So Simon notices a painting on the wall. There.
Oh. That's dark. Oh, what an absolutely lovely family photo, yeah. Beautiful.
Jesus.
I don't think you should have picked that lamp up, Sam. They need that to illuminate their home. Oh, yeah, it looks very dark in here.
Your friend is rather strange, says the older man.
Yes.
What's this? What is
your name was again?
My name is Ivan. I run a tea shop.
Ivan, yeah. Oh, yes.
And my son Taka used to help out there.
And,
He and his brother moved
you're-
into the city for whatever reason. I don't know. There's no tea shops around. It's honestly bad for business. Like, I can't see any business thriving here.
Surely it's good for business if you're the only one around. I'll certainly come now that I know it exists.
Yeah,
I
nothing
mean-
better for business than a town that doesn't drink any tea whatsoever. That's going to be, you know...
Well, we
real-
have considered
real gap in
franchising out
market.
here, but the problem is no one wants to drink tea when the entire street is full of places that serve alcohol.
Oh, I definitely prefer a cup of tea over alcohol any day. I don't even drink alcohol.
Would you like to buy a cup of tea right now?
Oh, of course. If you're offering.
There's one on the table for 1 coin, he says. You can be our very first customer.
Oh, I'd love to be. Here you go. I shall give him a coin for a cup
You
of
see,
tea.
Taka, that is how you do business, he says, gesturing to the young man in the chair.
About your other son.
Ah, yes, the good-for-nothing one.
The good for nothing. Why was he good for nothing?
Because he literally did nothing.
You.
Yeah, see, about your other son. As you know, with life comes death. It's just a part of this whole circle of our existence. And unfortunately, sometimes people die. And sometimes people that we don't like very much die. And then it's not as bad. So in this case, it shouldn't be as bad. But your son is dead.
But Taka's right there.
Oh, not that one. The other one. The one
Blaike?
that you don't like very much.
Blaike is
Yeah.
dead?
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
Simon's just going to start smoking in the corner now. He's
Oh,
just going to...
When did Blaike pass away? Like, he's so quiet, and we just always assumed he was somewhere in his room, maybe writing some silly poems or.
So,
Yeah,
I'm pretty
he
sure he wrote you a letter actually before he. You know, I think he wrote you a letter before leaving, but he joined the Blue.
Ah, crap! I forgot to do that. You'd have to fill in some backstory here. Try and embellish it a little bit.
So he joined the Bluecoats and became an undercover spy for them, and he was in a hostage situation, and he actually saved 23 people from certain death, and as a consequence, he had to give his life.
Give me a roll for that one, Eddie. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna make a quick clock.
Okay.
So you are gonna be basically trying to give Blaike a good reputation,
Okay.
Why are we doing that?
and people's opinions of Blaike have been going up slightly.
Nice.
Blaike was an undercover spy.
It
He
was only
always
through
spoke
his
very fondly of,
sacrifice.
of you and of your tea shop.
And you are all spies too.
Oh yeah. I'm deep undercover. Yeah, I'm. In fact, if I were to tell you any of my details, my real name, anything like that, I'd have to kill each and every one of you. Yeah,
So
as you can tell,
we
it's
were
me.
friends of
the
his.
spy.
That explains
Yeah,
why you are
but
rummaging through
right.
all of my things.
Well, that's what spies do, isn't it? You know, they just go through your things with reckless abandon, and it's just normal. That's fine, right? Yeah, that's just normal.
We'll get him to return your belongings, don't worry.
Oh yeah, I'll get right on that.
But Blaike was our friend, and I was actually one of the people that he
Blaike steps
sacrificed
in and he
himself
says,
for.
"Tell him you're my girlfriend."
Absolutely fucking not.
Do it.
No, you should do that because that will make him look like he's got some sort of sexual prowess, and that's apparently a very impressive trait among humans.
What,
So
with some demented-looking demon woman?
no. Well, if anything, it's like he's tamed the beast. You know, it's like he's, managed to not only best a demon but to bed a demon as well. That is an impressive trait.
Not if it's me, it's not.
Well, they don't know that.
Oh.
I'm just saying, if you're wanting to improve this young man's reputation,
Listen,
then
I
the
can do it
best you
through
can
other
do for him.
means.
If you so wish.
You don't have to do it if you don't want to.
I don't know why you humans care so much about that sort of thing anyway. Every animal does it.
You see, Blaike was my boyfriend.
I don't know, certain cultures.
So
might not
Ivan looks at
regard
you
that,
and he Midnight, I'm gonna make you roll for that. I'm gonna give you advantage because it's great.
unless that's
1
true,
second.
and then, more power to you.
Go on, Midnight.
Jesus Christ.
Ivan looks at you and says, I always suspected Blaike never bring woman home, so
Yes. Oh, let me see. I'm sure he swung both ways. I'm sure. But we were very close. He was a very.
we have even
intelligent-
tried arranging marriages for him, but like I said, good for nothing.
Well, you see, I come from quite a lot of wealth, so it would have been very beneficial.
You are
to
wealthy?
marry
He leans
if he
in.
had married him. Yes. And to be honest, I was very close to proposing before he had
Tell
to
me,
pass.
how do you feel about investing in small businesses, future son-in-law?
Oh, I would love to. Unfortunately, I will never be your son-in-law, really, because
Oh, you're
as you know-
basically family now, if you think about it. I mean, poor Blaike, taken so soon, so young. But
I
I've been
mean,
given
you
a
could-
new son.
I guess
this
you
is
could
how
just
life
marry
works.
the other brother, and that'd be okay if you wanted to really, get it
I'd
in the
never-
family. That's an
I'd never
option.
betray the soul of my past lover.
Yeah, because you were so close.
Yes, we were very,
They're
very
the closest.
Close.
Yeah.
I'm so sad.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see the anguish on your face. It's just palpable.
Investing in this small business, you say. Would I be one of the first to try any new teas that you acquire?
We have some stocked in the kitchen. You are more than welcome to help yourself.
Oh,
Son-in-law that
smashing it.
was
Well,
almost, he says.
yes,
Taka says, if you're friends of his late brother, you guys are more than welcome to make yourselves at home here.
Thank you. That's very kind of you.
Thank you. I mean, we thought we'd bring him home to you guys. We thought you might want to,
Oh yes, that is the.
hold a funeral for him and.
Taka
know.
says, okay, who did you invite?
Oh, we assumed you might have had some friends and family that would like to say goodbye.
Oh, we've got plenty of friends and family. I don't think they were friends and family of Blaike.
I see. Would they be willing to pretend that they were? Just for the spirit of the occasion.
Taka says he has a few friends who are taking drama classes.
There will be free tea. And as Eddie has told me, an open bar.
Ivan said, yes, it is open for anyone who is willing to pay.
Provided they say a few good words about my dear, what's his name again? Blaike. Yes, anyone who would be so kind as to give a few meaningful last words.
I'm sure you'll be able to finance this for them, won't you, Midnight? You come from wealth, you can
Oh, yes, of
finance an
course.
open bar.
I'll
That'd be,
finance the
you'd be
open bar.
more than happy to do that for your dead lover.
Yes, tea and alcohol for everyone.
So generous.
So Felton arrives saying, right, cool, when does the bar
Felton.
open up?
Would you like a cup of tea?
Oh, of course, because I am here to talk about how much I miss our dear friend, what was his name again?
Blaike.
Blaike.
Oh yes, we're all very sad about Blake's passing.
So sad.
You are killing it. You're
Very
killing it,
sad.
Starshine. You're doing it. You've got it.
Thank you. I'm trying very hard.
Thumper, you could be doing a bit better right now.
Moot and poot for.
Well, don't be stuffing your face. We've got a funeral to arrange.
I'll put the fun in funeral.
Alright, so I'm gonna allow you to use flashback to tell me how you guys managed to convince people to come to his funeral and who it is you convinced.
Simon just told Oliver to come.
I got Felton
That
to
works.
come.
He's like, I'm going. You've got to come. You're my roommate. That's the. He said, actually, no. He said, yeah, it would really suck if you didn't come. I would be absolutely devastated if you didn't come to this
Oliver
funeral."
already has a seat at the table. He's been sat there for a while.
Eddie is leafleted.
Sorry, what was that, Eddie?
Eddie is leafleted the entirety of Doskvol with signs that say, like, free bar, and then in the small print it says terms and conditions. You have to say something nice about my dead mate.
Okay, do you know what? I'm gonna do a quick roll for you, just see how well that goes. I'm gonna say it was a hunt roll, because you're hunting for some people to come up to this.
God.
Just to decide who shows up. Give me that one. Okay, from that, do you know what? I think I know who would show up for this.
There's not too many people in wealthy, but not that wealthy.
I think, where did I put the character? Was it on your friends list? No. Okay. You managed to get the attention of none other than one. If it would load. Brandon Curie of
my
Panic at the
God.
Factory.
Oh my god.
Oh my word! It's Brandon Curie from where?
Panic at the Factory.
Panic at the Factory. Oh, I used to have posters of your band on my bedroom wall when I was young. I heard that you are a close friend of Blake's. And
Oh,
he
yes,
had
of
many
course,
adoring
Blaike.
fans, as you do.
Blake, he was actually a participant in one of our Battle of the Bands. I mean, I say participant, he stood on the stage and then walked off the stage. I think that's enough to participate.
Wow. Yeah, it's such an iconic moment. Everyone will talk about that for years to come.
In many ways, that is a performance art piece. I've seen a lot of that on the street.
It is.
A lot
so
of
much,
people, they
more
crouch
interesting.
down and cry. And then you watch as the anguish floods their body. And that, in itself, is the performance. I don't really get it. You humans have weird ideas of what fun is. Simon, can you not try and just take every single thing that's around here? Can you put that back? Put it back.
You will be
Good
charged
lad.
for anything you take out of this premises, I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, and I have so much money, that won't be a problem.
Oh, you have a lot of money, do you?
Oh yeah, absolutely wealthy. I'm basically as rich as you. I mean, look at me. Look at these clothes. Look how expensive my entire decorum is. That's why I hang out with this mangy dog.
Is that family money? Have you got a business?
My business is none of your business.
Oh, that's rather rude.
That was rather rude. Go back and say you're sorry. Oh, Okay, so yeah, I am so sorry. I can tell that I've absolutely destroyed your feelings. I can tell. Yeah, you poor boy.
Well, I accept your apology. Thank you, and I forgive you.
You
Very kind
see?
of you to come back and
Look
apologize.
Look how easy that is, Simon. Maybe if you just showed a bit more kindness to everyone in... Yeah, I'm sure if I showed kindness to everyone in the world would be a brighter place. You know, the world that has no sunlight or any natural light out there. Well, you never know, Simon. If you worked at it, you could do a lot of good in this world.
Hilton, I heard they have the best jasmine tea here.
Oh, I've never actually tried jasmine tea. It's something I'm quite looking
Well, would you
forward
like
to.
to try some?
Oh, I'd love to.
Oh, I'll get some for us.
So Taka is in the back frantically making some food for everyone. Everyone's sat around the table. Blaike is wondering where did you guys place his ashes?
I've got him. I'm holding him.
Oh, okay, good. That is literally me in there.
I didn't want to just dump it on the floor because, you know, for some reason, every time I put something down, it just goes immediately on the floor.
Okay, yeah, good. Hold on to it like it's your life. I mean, technically it was my life, but
I'm holding your life within my hands right now.
Sweet, awesome. Also, don't go in my room. That's kind of private.
What did you leave up there?
Listen, when you die, you don't really have time to get rid of certain things, and you sort of leave them lying around. I think I'm so
Do you need me to, like-
inconsequential. Ooh, maybe,
You need me to, get rid of some shit?
maybe. I'll hold you to that.
Listen, just let me know. I
Simon,
have plenty of shit that I don't want found in
Simon's
my
already
drawers.
going through his shit right now. Just like going through his trunk and like going through. Now, Simon, no, I know you've been given free access to the house, but remember you are still a guest here. Oh, it seems he's written a notice of resignation. Okay, yeah, that was... Well, that's going to do him a lot of good now, isn't it? That's good. That's cool. Okay, cool. What is this, though? Oh, okay, so his kids are happy about something. Okay, cool. Very interesting, fascinating. Dude, none of these guys have any smokes. Like, well, there's nothing in
Simon,
it.
you also notice that there's only one double bed in this house for 2 people that live here, so they must be sharing that bed, which is kind of weird to you, because they're 2 fully grown men
God, yeah.
that are related, by the way. So that's like some very shallow gene pool shit going on.
Imagine having 2 men sharing a bed together, right, Oliver? That'd be horrible, wouldn't it?
I mean, unless they were the best of friends who always look out for each other and, have each other's backs.
Oh yeah, the best of friends. Nothing brings friends closer together than being forced to bed with them every night.
Especially when they're a gentle cuddler, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You were right there, Simon. You sound like you got a bit of a cough coming on. Oh yeah, I'm fine. My throat is just a bit... Whatever, it doesn't matter. Shut up. Okay, well... Doggy's gonna do a little bit of snooping. And Gaspo's just gonna have a little rummage around under the table, just sort of like on his own. And just have a look round.
I'll say he doesn't really find anything under there, but he notices this house is surprisingly clean.
Oh. This house is disgustingly clean. Not even a little bit of stray food on the floor. What's our doggy got to eat? What are you all having? That looks lovely. Maybe a little bit for the doggy.
So Taka is just setting the table with some food.
Oh no, my nose can smell that. That smells amazing. Oh, is that a pie? I see a pie. Simon, doggy wants a pie. Doggy wants a pie. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna hand you the entire pie. That'll be great. I'm just saying, I'm a part of this operation too. Get me that pie. Sorry, this dog wants this pie, and he wants it more than any of you, so, you know, I've got to give him the whole pie. So,
Oh,
you know, whatever.
Give the good boy a pie, he deserves it.
Oh, yep, that's my pie now. Oh, delicious.
So
Oh.
Eddie, Blake leans into you and says, "Hey, try and prompt people saying nicer things about me and like give a speech or a eulogy or something. Maybe not Oliver though."
Yeah, let's maybe not tempt Oliver into talking. Brandon, you must have some wonderful stories about Blake. And Eddie gives him a fucking firm elbow to the ribs. Like,
Oh,
would you care to, share with us some of your times with Blake so that we can, discuss and remember our dearly departed friend?
Well, there was this one time that me and my dear friend, well, at this point, my brother Blake here, who he gestures to the urn, we were hitchhiking once down a long and lonesome road. And then suddenly, there shone a shiny demon in the middle of the road. And he
What did he
said
say?
that we need to play the best song in the world, or he's gonna eat our souls.
Oh.
And then we just played the first thing that came to our heads, and it just so happened to be the greatest song in the world.
The
Best
greatest
song in the world?
You gotta believe me. And I wish you were there, but I think it's a matter of opinion. But unfortunately, Blake did eventually lose his soul, and we miss him very dearly.
That's a beautiful story. I'm so glad you shared that with us. That was...
It was lovely. Thank you.
Ivan's like, you encountered a demon and survived? Blake has gone on so many secret adventures. I had no idea.
Even I, his lover, was unaware of this occurrence. He's so brave.
Oliver says he encountered a demon once. She took the kids.
You know what, Oliver? If you just what you could do, you could just take all of your ideas, right, and just compile them all into a tome. I mean, it'd be about 1,000 pages long, but my God, would it be a fucking bestseller? I mean, I'd buy it. I'd buy 1,000. That'd be amazing. You
I'd
should do that,
certainly read
Oliver. You should do that. That guy will read it.
Yes,
the one
I'd
with
love to
the
read
one
it.
with the messy hair, he'd read it. You know, he's got money, so he'll probably buy like 20 of them. Straight to paperback. Straight to paperback.
Oliver looks at you and says, "Do you know what, Simon? You've always been very supportive of me and my endeavors. I might actually consider that."
Great. Yeah, another new endeavor for you. That's exactly what I wanted. Fantastic. Ugh.
You'll proofread it all, right, and check for spelling and so on.
Oh yeah. I'll look through all of it for you. I'll go through every single bit. You know, I just love absorbing the very essence of your being.
What if, right, I
Oliver,
dictate
you
it and
know.
you type it out for me as well?
Oh yeah. I'll do that. I'll just sit there and I'll just type. I've got literally nothing better to be doing in my evenings. That sounds like a great idea.
So Blake nudges Eddie, like, "You know, get someone else to say something nice about me. I want to hear more."
Oh, fuck.
While you're all giving your heartfelt eulogies, I'm going to go make some tea. And,
Oh, shit.
if I were being
Kaka says
controlled
you're
by
free to use the
a being
kitchen.
if I were being controlled by a being in another world, this would be the perfect opportunity to feed her cats. So I will be right back. Be right back.
Hey Oliver, I mean, you've got like literally a million stories about every single person in the world. You're always more than willing to give one. Why don't you say something about this dead kid? I'm sure you've got something great to say.
I mean, this one time, him and this other dude, Ackerley, I think his name was, they were asking me questions about some like criminal group they were keeping an eye on or whatever. And Blake had absolutely no idea he stood right next to these guys, and they were like, straight up, just committing crimes everywhere. And like, bless his heart, he thought he was a good blue coat. He thought he could arrest all these big time criminals doing all this sort of things. But he kind of bit off more than his shit. And also his buddy had like some kind of really weird like vibe to him.
Oh, could that be because he was undercover though? They've been saying
Maybe. I
as
mean, he
of
was
Luke,
literally
he was
staring like what I
undercover.
could think was daggers at Blake at sometimes when I caught him glancing there. I don't know.
So-
Maybe they were romantically involved, but I know that Midnight
Maybe.
just said.
From my
Something.
understanding, if he was undercover, then maybe he was, letting this operation go on so that he could get to the very heart of it before his untimely demise. Says a voice from under the table.
That does sound like a very logical answer. I mean, Blake didn't often speak of his exploits. The only reason we knew of his undercover operations was because of his untimely death with the fucking.
Ivan says he didn't know about any of these exploits. The only thing he knew about Blake was he liked to write poetry, and he once ran around an entire country chasing after this one girl that was nice to him once.
I mean, young love, I suppose.
Oh no, this is when literally a few months ago, like maybe 6-7 months ago.
Oh, well, he was a determined spirit. He was a very, he knew what he wanted out of life, and he
At
went
least-
for it.
At least he wasn't chasing after a woman that, wasn't nice to him. Let's look at the silver linings, as they say.
I even said,
So-
do you know what? A lot of women aren't really that nice to Blake.
Oh, well, that's a real shocker for me, because he seemed like, just the pinnacle of charisma. You know what? That's one thing I'll say about him. That guy, just had nothing. Just dripping with charisma. Everything about him was just this wondrous, shining beacon of just interesting, unique. He was just amazing. Simon says, puffing at the cigar.
I'm thinking, do I want to make you roll for that? I think I will make you roll for that, see if you can convince him about this. Well, hang on, Simon.
I'm back and I've brought tea for everyone.
He's just stone-faced as he says it all.
Well, I see my son has made quite a few friends.
Oh yeah, we're the best of friends. Yeah. You know what? I if he hadn't died, I would have told him to move in with me too. I mean, my room's already got this giant man in it, but what's one tiny little boy in there, and the dog. It's great. Got so much space. Why are you all staring at me?
So Filton, after having his fill, decides to just leave without saying anything about Blake.
Little fucking shit.
I wonder where he's going. Should we follow him?
I'm sure he's got other things to do. He's looks
what
like a
kind of
busy
things
young
do you
man.
think?
I don't know.
He has other friends.
Maybe he's gone to court some lady, some nice young lady. He seems like he's got a lot about him.
A lady, I see.
Or gentleman. I'll make no assumptions, especially not with this group.
So Ivan leans into you, Midnight, and says, so tell me more about your relationship with my son, Blake. How did you two meet?
Oh yes. Well, you see, we met at the library. I'm rather fond of libraries, you'll know. Yes, Blake was very fond of reading. He was very intelligent. You see, we went to the same university, and
Intelligent, you say?
yes, so intelligent. He just knew everything about any kind of topic, especially tea. He would tell me so much about tea, and he would really emphasize how amazing his father
This one
was
time,
making
Blake was
tea.
trying to make a cup of tea, and he put the milk in first.
Well,
and then he put in the
he
water.
He certainly learned from his
And then he
mistakes,
forgot to
but
put in the tea bag.
He was a changed man, I should say.
Maybe he was
He
just
made
trying to make a
Best
raw
cup
milk.
of tea.
Give me that roll, Midnight, see if you can convince this man that his son was a genius.
Shit.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
He thinks you're embellishing a little bit. Just because you're fucking your son,
Well.
so...
Perhaps I saw him in a good light because I was so in love, you see. Perhaps he spent more time at the library simply because he enjoyed the atmosphere. And maybe because I was there, you see. He was such a good boyfriend. He always knew the right thing to say. He was so caring, thoughtful.
Interesting.
I really miss him. Excuse me.
And you, girl, what were you two? Were you just friends with Blaike, or? He said, looking at you, Eddie.
Oh God. We had our moments. We had. We shared a few passionate nights. He was a gentle and caring lover.
Are you saying he was a how you would say a player?
No, he was ever so caring and gentle and kind, and we decided to see how things would work, but unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be for the two of us.
Give me that roll.
Fuck! Oh God.
Both of us.
Now you're trying to convince me that my son Blaike was capable of servicing a woman, but I have seen plenty of evidence to suggest otherwise. So spare me.
Like, in many ways, I, was touched by Blaike, just not in the same way that these guys were. He touched me, emotionally. He really got through my icy exterior and really made me feel, like I could be vulnerable around him. Like some like special person. It's real hard to feel that way. But sometimes you just gotta let that happen.
So Eddie and
Oh my
Simon, you can
God.
both re-roll that,
Thanks
but it'll be a
all the
desperate
time.
roll. So both of you can re-roll that. Eddie, if you want to try and re-roll that, how are you going to do it?
I'm gonna click a button and roll the dice. That's what I'm gonna. I don't know.
Now, what are you going to be adding to the story to try and convince him that Blaike is actually good in bed?
I'm going to give a vivid description of a heated night.
Nice.
Boom.
That was certainly a lot of details. Not one you'd expect at a funeral gathering, but I am not going to doubt that.
Cigar drops out of Simon's mouth.
Did she really have to? He looks at
Did I
you,
miss
Simon, and he
anything?
says, "Did she really have to mime all of it as well?"
You know what? Yeah, that was. That's exactly what we all needed to hear right now.
Did I miss a heartfelt story?
So
Something like
heartfelt. She was definitely feeling something at least.
Oh, how sweet. He was so considerate.
I don't understand why you humans hold all of that to account. You see, I can just walk down the alley and I'll see like 6 or 7 of my species all going at it, just in a flurry of fur. And it's not a big deal. They just do it to procreate or because they're bored. Is that why you guys do it?
I hardly think that's an appropriate conversation for this occasion.
Well, I'm sorry. That seems to be all anyone wants to talk about at the moment. That's the only thing you all seem to hold in such high esteem. Not his, prestige as a writer, or his,
Well, why don't you
or his
share your
performance.
memories?
I didn't know the lad, but and this man, I don't think he can understand what I'm saying. So if someone
Heard
wants
his
to convey that for me,
about his intelligence and how well read he was. Do you have any more information about his writing?
well, I've had a little snoop around his room, and I found he had a note that he was writing. Though it looks like he was looking to quit the police force, as it were. So that was interesting. I didn't find any of his actual work, but from what I've heard, he's got a bit of a back catalogue. Might have found a couple of haikus down there. But no, he's definitely, his room smells that of an artist.
Do you think he used a pseudonym, perhaps, for his published works?
I've no idea. He maybe want to ask his brother that. Or, someone that knows him. Or just ask Blaike himself, he's right there.
Blaike, your pseudonym that you used for your published works, what was that again?
You put him on the spot and he doesn't know how to respond because he's never actually used a pseudonym. He's like, it was Um,
Uh,
um,
a Kale
it
B.
was,
Of
it was
course. How could I forget?
Harry Hatchet.
Harry Hatchet. Oh, yes, Harry Hatchet. Now I remember. I've actually read many a work of Harry Hatchet. Some of the best work, really. It's hard to find these works, though, these days, so if you ever wanted to read them, I wouldn't even bother trying. Yeah, very hard to come by.
Give me that roll midnight, see if you can convince him that he is a published author. Now, Ivan's like, I know my son may be past tense. But if he had any published work, he would have definitely not shut up about it. That's
Well,
for
no, you
certain.
see, he was very modest. He didn't like boasting about his achievements. He may have when he was younger, but he was certainly much more modest, at least when I've known him. There were many accomplishments that he didn't even tell
Yes,
me
of course,
about.
because you two were lovers. And were
Yes.
very intimate.
The loverest of lovers. So lovey. The loveliest.
Blaike leans into you, Eddie, and says, you know what? Funerals are kind of fucking depressing, aren't they? This one's pretty shit.
I mean,
I
it's a
don't.
little bit fucking depressing, yeah.
I'm gonna look, Simon. Let's go talk to the little lad. Excuse me, Mr. Blaike. I know you are deceased. However, it feels like you are currently trying to earn the respect of a man that has given you absolutely nothing. Now, I was never close to my father. He was a Jack Russell, and he was an absolute bastard. You know, after I was born, he had his knackers chopped off, and he wasn't allowed to produce any other offspring. But did he have time for his one son? Not once, no. He was too busy chasing rabbits. When I went out, and I worked hard to get where I am today, when I went out, did I get a lick of respect from that man? Not one. Not lick. Not one singular lick. And I tell you what, licks are a dime a dozen in the dog community, and he wouldn't give me one. Not one. And we've sat here, we've sang your praises, and does that bold fucker give a shit? Does he?
Well, apparently he thinks I'm gay now, so,
Well, that's
and he was very
nothing to be ashamed
accepting of that, so that's a plus.
That is a plus in this, like, you know, one side. In this mountain of shit that he has against him at the moment, he has one plus. However, why are you going out of your way in your deceased state to try and impress this man? Why does he hold so much power over you still?
Blaike thinks for a moment.
Maybe the people you should care about were the ones that were there for you. Like your friend Corvo, and, you know, all these lot. I mean, I don't know you very well, but I'll be happy to get to know you. You know, you may be dead, but I may not be that long from there. So it's good to have some people, you know, ahead of time. You know, have some voices out there. And I'm sure Simon here, Gaspard says, looking up at Simon, I'm sure he'll be a valuable asset to you. Oh yeah, I'll be the best.
He says, do you know what? I appreciate that, Gaspard. Because being dead kind of sucks.
I could imagine it does.
I mean, it
You
really
humans
sucks.
seem very attached to your bodies.
But I guess there is a silver lining I can look to. Like how Lady Luxe is single now. And she might need a
apparently.
shoulder to lean on. You know, a supportive friend. Who's there
And a
for her.
non-corporeal person can be there forever.
Exactly.
No walls or doors can stop you. You'll always be there to protect her.
You know what, Gaspard? You're alright.
I know I am.
You're
I'm a
better
good
than that.
dog, aren't I?
That other Fox Crimson. He doesn't really talk much to me.
Am I a good boy?
Yeah, you are a good boy, Gaspard.
Thank you. Like he closes his eyes and nods. It's always good to hear. Thank you. Anyway, your dad seems like an absolute knob, and I wouldn't care a lick about him, and I certainly wouldn't give him a lick. And as I said, there are a dime a dozen in the dog community. He's not worth my time, and he's not worth your time. You, if you were corporeal, you could have as many licks as you like.
You know what? You're right, Gasto. Shall we go back home? Shall we leave my funeral?
I think so. Though, if you want to, Simon, if you could get a few more of those, if you could pocket a few of those like table treats there, that soup smells pretty good.
Right, Eddie, just pocket the food and let's get out of here.
Fuck it. Blake, am I leaving your ashes with these fuckers, or do you want us to scatter here?
You do you, Eddie.
Why don't you throw it in his dad's face?
Well, that seems rather messy. Surely there's something better we could do
No,
with him.
maybe not all of it, just some of it. You know, just a little sprigging of it. What do you think, Blake? Just
I'd rather
in
not
your dad's eyes.
sever our ties with Ivan. He has really rather good tea here.
So Eddie's gonna open up Blake's hand and grab a fistful of ashes on the sly, and she's gonna saunter over to Ivan and just put her hand up to her face and pretend to sneeze, and just blow a streamful of Blake dead into his eyes.
What a sentence.
Okay, give me a roll for that. Oh yeah, you covered this man in ashes of his dead son.
She's just gonna fucking run out going, go, go, go!
Ivan, can I call you father?
Take it out of the room.
Thank you so much for the tea. It was lovely. I'll be
Oh.
back, certainly.
Yeah, this is the best funeral I've ever been to. I can't wait for the next one. Thank you.
So Taka's gonna have to like, oh damn, I have to clean all that now, won't I?
So I don't want to be that dog, but how do we get paid for this?
Just nick shit half the time.
Paid for what?
For the work we're doing.
What work? We wouldn't.
I'm assuming you're getting some form of stipend for this job, right? You've got something you divide equally among you. Is that not?
This one was more of a
I don't know.
favour for a
Eddie,
friend.
do we do this for money usually?
Yeah. I mean, when we do jobs for people, sometimes we get money. This was a favour for Blake, though.
Oh, so we're not getting paid for this then?
Nope. But I
No.
did bring the food with me.
Oh, that's something. That's good for me. It's only
We had plenty of tea.
Simon's got
and
his
an
rent to
overdraft.
pay, and I know he's got his landlord's a bit of a dickhead. So I don't know if we're gonna. You gonna be all right, Simon? Oh yeah, I'll be great. Just me, Oliver, crammed in a tiny little one-bedroom house. That's just great. It's just brilliant. I mean, it's a studio, so you know the kitchen, bathroom, bed, all in one room. So convenient. Well, I'm sure you'll be just fine. I'm sorry about him.
Eddie, I'm sure you remember the way back, right?
Yeah. I was like, I'm pretty sure we didn't go up this way. I thought we went up north on the map. Did it just fucking spit us out dead in the middle of the map?
I think it did, yeah.
Oh, they appear to be going in that.
You just gotta walk through the fireplace.
Just walk through a fireplace. Okay, I'll give it a go. God, this place is covered in cats. Oh, the
Eddie.
smell.
Perhaps
Oh.
we should
Yeah.
put the ashes up on display somewhere in the hideout. You know, I think he'd like to be with his friends. We are his friends, aren't we?
I mean, Blake, what do you want us to do with the
Yeah,
ashes?
you can find a nice place to put them, I guess.
Okay, I'm gonna put them down, and they're gonna inevitably end up on the floor. This is unintentional, okay? This just be how it do.
We could put them in the spice cupboard.
I don't want to accidentally add Blake to my spices.
So Corval says, do you know what? Those ashes aren't actually Blake's ashes. They're just some ashes I got from the building that blew up, so I can't tell which ashes were his and which were just the building.
No. Oh, give him here. Give him here. I'll be able to tell you. Gaspard says.
Oh, I've got to put down fucking soup and all.
Now, you see, I've got a very keen nose, me. I can tell the difference between all sorts of different matter. So give it here and
I'll
I'll
put
have
them down, but I think they went behind horror first.
Oh, Horrorfus! Oh, I haven't seen him in a while.
Oh, hello, Simon.
Oh, great. Yeah, it's great to see you again. Are you part of this operation too? Oh, it's like a big family reunion.
Oh, these are my daughter's friends. And he
God,
points to Viv.
You procreated?
Somehow, yes, in my advanced age of 97.
That is, yeah, well, you know, you seem very virile. That's one thing I'd say about you.
Well, I am a wizard, after
incredibly
all. As long as,
fertile.
you know, I keep it to 5, it should be good.
Yes, well, anyway, let me take a sniff at this. This is not ashes, first of all. This is a plate of
So the urn is on
I
the
believe.
bar again. Doskvol, I'm gonna say when you smell it, you can tell this is just some burnt wood charcoal.
I'm getting something in here. No, this smells like poet. It smells it's unmistakable. Smells just like poetry. You know that whiff you wouldn't understand. You've all got human noses, but us dogs, we can smell it. That is a smell of an artist, right in there. A skilled one at that. A very skilled artist.
Blaike appreciates the kind words.
Anyway, I'm going back to my dinner because I'm doggy needs to eat, and that. My God, that rat is huge.
All right, who is this guy supposed to be? Says Junsol, walking over to Simon.
I'm exactly who I'm supposed to be. I'm pretty sure that no one is anything else other than what they're supposed to be.
Okay, and you are?
I am none of your business.
Okay, none of your business. My name's Junsol. Just a quick, letting you know preamble sort of thing. The toothbrush in the bathroom, that's mine, and it's not sharing.
Oh, I'm
So you'd have to get your
devastated. I
own.
would have loved. You look like you have the cleanest mouth, so I'd have loved to have just, taken that disease-ridden brush and just scrubbed that all around my face. That was, you know what? That hurts me. It hurts me immensely. I feel like I should almost be compensated for this because
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm just setting boundaries here, bro.
You know what? Yeah, I understand. You seem like a very down-to-earth person, so fair enough.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna quickly switch to the downtime. If everyone wants to also do the level up, whatever, you guys, you get a bit of reputation. You managed to get Brandon Curie to attend a funeral, which is, something people will be talking about. So you get some rep for that,
Hell
knowing
yeah.
him. You don't get any money for this because Blaike can't pay you.
Valid.
You don't get any heat because you didn't commit any crime. That's fine. No one goes to prison.
It's been a
Entanglement roll. Let's have a look.
successful session.
Okay, so the blue coats are gonna grab one of your friends.
Oh fuck.
What?
You can either pay them off with 2 coin, or someone can be questioned and maybe give up information about you to them. What are you guys gonna do?
Oh, I'll pay for it.
You'll pay the 2
Okay.
coin. Okay.
Shall we split it?
We can split
1
it,
coin
yeah.
each. Okay. Right. If you guys want to do any downtime activities, you got so on. Simon, are you indulging your vice?
He's indulging his vice, yeah. He's looking around for it.
Alright,
To be
so-
fair, that entire funeral was probably quite good.
It probably
for that.
was his vice.
Oh, bang on. Without overindulging.
Nicely done. Eddie, you're doing your indulge vice.
I'm hoping it goes alright.
You cleared 1 stress.
Just the one.
Just the
I
one.
rolled 2 ones.
I'll train as well.
What stats are you training?
The fucking one insight, I think. So
Yeah,
we've
you
now
can get
got
2 points in
doubles
insight
that.
now. Midnight, what are you training?
Do you get 2 things?
You can
Train
get 2 on
twice.
all of them now because you got the upgrade for it. So which 2 stats are you doing, Midnight?
Resolve. And then attune. I think. No, wait, sway. Sway. That's that right. And then...
So yeah, if you filled out your result track, you can put in 1 point in any of your red stats.
Yeah, and sway.
And then you can put in 2 more points into the track, so you can clear the track and put in 2 points again.
Okay. Cool.
I'd like to start a long-term project.
Oh, what are you doing?
Simon's going to try and move Oliver out of his house.
Okay.
And try and set him back up with his
wife. Okay, in that
with his
case,
wife.
Simon, you're gonna give me a roll. 1 second. Not a vice roll. It's an action. 1 second.
I'll be right
Don't.
back.
No worries. Don't click that just yet, Simon, because when you look at the crew sheet, I think you can probably get an advantage if you use one of your cohorts to help out if they have that skill.
Consort.
So yeah, if you ask Corvo to help you out, you can get a plus to the roll.
I was going to say I'd imagine either Corvo or possibly Junsol would be quite good.
Junsol is a thief type, so he's more of a scout infiltrator.
Okay, yeah. We'll get Corvo involved.
You can get either Corvo or you can get the entire Katsuki to help you, but Corvo's got better stats. So Corvo would give you a plus 3 d6. The Katsuki will give you 2.
Yeah, I'm going with Corvo.
Okay. There you go. Right, hang on, you got a minus on that, so it's 1.
So
there you go, it should be
right?
that. But you and Corvo can try and convince Oliver to move out of your place. Unfortunately, Simon can't help but be sarcastic about it.
It's like, you know what? I'm really happy that you're here all the time, and it's really great. You know, maybe you'd be a little better off if you moved out. You know, but obviously that's your
Instead,
choice.
now
That's
Oliver's kids come and
anyway.
visit at the apartment now on weekends.
Excellent.
So I'm going to put a clock on your long-term projects. You've only got 1 point in at the moment.
Yeah.
So yeah, unfortunately Oliver is set to stay a bit longer, and also his son is going to be visiting on the weekends.
Can't wait. Yeah, that's going to be just the best time ever. I can't wait.
Chatterbox Charlie is a great kid.
Yeah, great time. Great time.
I'm surprised he's got fucking visiting rights.
It's fine, it's his uncle that's the problem.
Simon.
Also, for whatever reason, Simon has now become invisible.
I wanted to see if I could make him 100% invisible, so it's Simon fucks off and then it's just gas mode on his own.
Oh yeah, you can do that. Yeah, so it's just Simon's just gone off his gas mode. Okay, we can do that.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be sticking around here, even if Simon's going back to his place. So I thought it'd be prudent that I, get to know the lot here. So first of all, Thumper, I want to know more about you. What's your story?
Grew up around the streets of the Cryosphere, originally from Tycheros. Family's all dead. Sister got murdered.
Okay, that's all very heavy trauma dumping there. That's very healthy.
I mean, you asked for the backstory.
No, I did, and I didn't know it was so miserable, and I'm sorry for that.
I mean, everyone's got a fucking dark backstory here, so I'd get used to it if I were you.
Mine's not that dark. I have a rather pleasant backstory, actually.
Oh, really? What's
Yes.
your story then, young man?
Well, I come from a life of quite a lot of luxury. A wealthy family, you see. My father is high up in the military. He wanted me to be a military man myself, but you see, I'm rather more interested in education and learning, reading. So I've prioritized my academics, scholarly pursuits.
Hard worker then.
What my father wanted me to pursue.
So your dad wanted you killing people, but you'd rather sit with your nose in a book.
Exactly, yes.
That seems reasonable to me. I think too many humans are going out there killing each other all the time. I mean,
Well,
there's a
yes,
lot of
I'm
you,
not
but you
agreeing.
know.
Although, I always say life is just a part of death. I can commune with spirits, you see.
Oh well, that's a useful skill to have, especially when there's so many of them about.
Yes, there are rather quite a lot. I have
Can't move for spirits around here.
my, I'll say, servant, butler, Philip. You'll probably meet him soon. He looked after me when I was just a young lad, and he passed away many years ago. But he still helps us from time to time. Oh, there he is. Hello,
Oh.
Philip.
Wait, so you're telling me that this man served you hand and foot when you were just a child, and then even after death, when it's all meant to be over for him, he's still serving you hand and foot?
Oh yes, it's quite his own wishes. He wishes to serve me for the rest of eternity. Really.
He wishes to. And how
He
does he?
does.
Oh, so he follows you completely willingly. You've no effect on that at all. He's doing that of his entire volition.
Well, yes. Don't you agree,
Okay.
Philip? He doesn't speak much.
I imagine he wouldn't know. Well, that's very nice. That's nice that you've got that connection with your servant, was
Apologies,
it?
yes, I wasn't listening. Yes, hi, I am Philip. I have served my master's father and father before him.
Oh.
And I shall continue to serve the family for many a generation.
Well, it is a pleasure to meet you, Philip. I'm not going to remember that. I'm going to have to call you Spook, okay?
Yes, of course. Any
Okay,
a
thank
friend
you,
of
Spook.
my master is a friend of mine.
Thank you, Starshine. That was. Thank you for introducing me.
Oh, you're
That's
very
it.
welcome.
So, what about your other friends? Where are all they? Are they out and about? Are they going to be joining us at any point?
They have other
This one here. Who's she?
arrangements.
She just seems to be staring into the
She's
abyss
just having some
blankly.
alone time currently.
Do you think she's
alone with everyone else?
processing some of those? You know, maybe she read the letter. Maybe she's dealing with that in her own way.
No, I think she's just got bowel problems today. She's facing the toilet so she can gun for
That
it.
is nothing to be ashamed of. Nothing wrong with having a dicky tummy.
Something
Lux-
about eating cheese.
Lux, our other member, she's very lovely. Also comes from a family of a significant amount of wealth.
Oh.
And very skilled, very intelligent.
And what was it that drove you to committing crimes for money if you already had a wealth of affluence?
We hardly commit many crimes. We simply go on little
Oh,
adventures.
that's not what I was
and-
informed. I thought that you were an underground corporation doing odd jobs for people and...
Oh, yes, we complete tasks. Sometimes they are questionably unethical. Sometimes somewhat illegal.
Interesting.
But there's always much to learn from these adventures. We all
So
So
Are you
Adelaide
sure?
chimes in
along the
saying,
way.
speaking of jobs, there is one that has been sat that no one else has been taking. Do you think maybe you guys can do, considering there's considerable amount of money to be made from it? About
Oh,
8 coin per
Doggy-
person.
Doggy is open to some money.
Yeah,
She says hesitantly, Errol Muskrat is looking for tutors for his son.
Who's that man? Eric, I've heard that name
He's
before.
fucking rich.
Oh, he's got a lot of money. That means we can get money. And you know what you can do with money? You can buy the finest steaks, like the juiciest, freshest steaks. And like, you know who likes a good little steak? This little doggy here. He loves it. So, if we were to, do that job, then we could get lots of money, buy lots of steaks, and you could have a very happy doggy on your hands. Very happy.
sounds like
I mean,
an
the last
interesting
time we
challenge.
went to the mansion, I think we just kept stealing shit.
That could work too. I mean, if you've got someone that can fence
So
it.
Adelaide says, if you're happy, dealing with Muskrat and his problems again, a lot of money to be made there.
Interesting.
If you have the
Now, who's-
emotional capacity for this.
Who's in charge of this whole operation anyway? Is it you, Starshine? Are you the leader?
No, hardly not. I'm not a leader. I simply go along with everyone else and contribute where I can.
So Adelaide tells you that she's the one who normally runs most of the business side of things here.
Oh, sorry. No, you misunderstand. I don't mean, who does all the back office work. I understand you're the silent workhorse in the background, keeping the whole thing moving. That's very important. But I mean out on the field. When we're out and about, who's the one calling the shots?
Blaike says he likes to think that he's kind of a senior, like, leadership role, maybe, from his experiences and so on.
Oh, do you join in on these operations a lot then, Blaike?
I mean, sometimes I'm more of a commander type person, I think.
So, but do you come out and do the jobs?
I mean, I did today.
You did, yeah. To your own funeral, and that was very admirable. Are you usually out there with them then? I suppose.
I mean, usually they are very capable workers. I let them do their own work. They're very independent, capable. But occasionally they do need my help. So in those situations, I do stand out and fill in my.
Okay. So is he going to help us with this one then? Are we taking the little ghost boy with us?
I mean, you guys can do that. I'm sort of over Errol Muskrat, if I'm being honest. If anything, I think I should probably have a cool nickname too, because you guys all have really cool nicknames.
Do you? You all have nicknames?
I mean, some of them just use their actual name. I think.
Oh, do you know what? I can give you a nickname.
What's my
Little
nickname?
Blondie. You're Blondie.
I mean, some of the kids back in my school used to call me Hurricane. I think that would be a cool name for me.
No, you're Blondie. Blondie. Oh no! You know what? Blondies are too derogatory. You're right. We're gonna call you Sparky because you got yellow hair. I like that.
That's not even a drug here.
Sparky. No,
Spark's
Sparky.
a drug.
You've all got. That's his name. He's called Sparky now.
If anything, Viv should be Sparky, considering she's constantly sparking up.
I've not met her yet, so I'll come up with a name for her when I've had some time to commune with her, as it were. But for now, you're Sparky.
Corvo asks if the others are going to be completely okay with a dog joining the group, but then he remembers Viv literally has a rat that's part of the group, so...
Mister, I am more than just a little doggy. I'm a very capable...
boy.
I am a good boy. And it should be noted that I am a good boy. In fact, some would say I'm the goodest boy. And his tail, like, thumps against the floor as he says that.
Can I pet him?
Don't think he can stop you.
Midnight's gonna lean down and pet him and call him a good boy.
Oh, okay. Now, that is... I'll accept that, he says as his leg starts thumping against the floor.
And I did manage to get you some treats on the way back from the tea house.
Oh, doggy loves a treat. Doggy loves a treat. What have you got me? What have you got me? Let's see. Now, I know you're a rich man, so I expect...
It's...
Well...
You don't have to do anything for these, but maybe we'll teach you some tricks in the coming days.
Tricks? I speak! What more do you expect of me?
Well, yes, that's rather impressive.
I'm not a subservient beast. I'm my own independent man.
Minnow's gonna hold out his hand. Can you shake?
Only if this is securing me as a member of this group on equal footing with each one of you.
Well, of course, you're already a member of our team.
Then and he holds up his paw, I'm willing to shake on that, sir.
Splendid.
Thank you very much.
Here are your biscuits.
You are an asset, Starshine.
This is the best replacement for Fox we could have ever wanted.
This is a nice biscuit. I can. Oh, it's got jam in it. Oh.
We should have made this trade-off long time ago.
Oh, no, that's good. That is superb. Oh, you got any more of them? I can. I shouldn't really have sugar. I think I might have a diabetes, but I'm I keep it on the level, so we're mostly good.
No, don't worry. They're special dog biscuits, so they should be fairly safe. But we'll ration them.
I've got a few allergies I need to go through, just so that you're aware. I'm allergic to certain dog shampoos. They make all my fur start falling out in clumps. I did. And
So Filton comes along and says you shouldn't really be eating the shampoos. We had this issue before with one of our previous.
No, I don't eat it. I'm not an idiot. It's just don't rub that into me. And if because obviously I might need some help bathing. Though I do prefer to only have 1 or 2 baths a year, as it were. I do occasionally have aversions to cats, though I hear that this place is rather rife with them. I can mind my own business and keep away from them, and I hope that they will uphold the same decorum, as it were. If that's something you can keep an eye on, if you've got any pets.
Filton says, how do you do with homeless wizards who smoke a lot?
Oh, that dickhead. No, I've dealt with him before, don't worry. I mean, he's mostly harmless. Very easy to manipulate as well. Me and Orifice go way back.
Filton looks at the dog and then he looks at Midnight and says, I see you've made a new best friend in the group.
Yes. The best of friends.
I am the bestest of friends, yes.
The bestest boy.
Many would say I am man's best friend, but I'm happy to be Starshine's best friend if he needs it. As long as he treats me with the right amount of respect and decorum that a beast of my status deserves, yes.
Yes, of course.
And also treats me like a good boy. That's also very important.
Well, you are a good boy.
Thank you.
You know what, Eddie? I think I prefer this dog over Fox too, actually.
We all do, I believe.
I don't know about this fox creature that you talk about, but I'm happy that you like me more than him, because I like to be liked. It's very important to me that you like me, so please continue to like me. That is very important to me.
I mean, Midnight and Fox always had something of a very big rivalry, so...
It's a friendly rivalry.
Oh, were you lovers?
Oh, certainly not. I'm not interested in that sort of thing.
Ah, okay. So were you close? Was it like a... Not a sexual thing, I understand, but I know you can have, these close dalliances, certain rivals that you hold to a higher regard than some friends. You obsess over them almost.
Oh, I know, certainly not. He didn't take up much space in my mind.
Oh, that's good. Makes it easier to separate when they go. So what happened? Did he die?
We're not quite sure what happened to him. He might be dead.
Gone.
I'm sure I'd sense his presence, though. It's rather strong when he's alive. I'm sure it will be rather strong when he's dead, too.
Oh, well, that's good to know. Well, that's a reassurance at least. Oh, that rat is fucking huge. Go near that. Oh, this place is full of animals. There's a lot of weird smells around here.
So, Junso tells you that rat is also part of the gang. Her name's Nancy.
Oh, does she? And oh, sorry, I was not aware, madam, that you were also part of the group. My name is Gaspard. Do you prefer to be called Nancy? Is that your name, or is that the name your handler gave you?
Nancy unfortunately cannot speak.
Is she always like this? Is she shy?
I think Viv is the one who talks so much that Nancy just never felt the need to speak.
Oh, so wait, you have a creature on the team that you can't talk to?
I mean, Viv can sort of get the vibe of what Nancy wants.
But you have to trust Viv to know that.
Yeah.
Viv
Oh.
has also made Nancy sniff her ex-partner's pants before and used her rat. That was a wild adventure.
That is disgusting.
I can't believe she kept hold of those. She apparently keeps her ex's underwear.
Oh,
She
she
does.
sounds like a very suspicious young lady. I will be keeping an eye, an ear, and my snout on her at all times then.
She's a character.
Seems that way. Now, is there a place where a little doggy can rest his head?
Oh
He
yes, I'll
needs,
show you Fox's room.
Little... Oh, the dead boy's room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fucking
You
no.
actually cleaned it before you left. Surprisingly.
Oh no, yeah. There's a few smells around here. Oh no, yeah. This is.
It definitely smells like
I mean,
a fox has slept in here, like an actual fox.
Definitely spacious. There's this paper on the floor as well. Do you want me to eat this?
Yes, you can eat it.
Maybe we should save it for
Actually, wait, it might
others
not
to
be
read.
good for you. If you've got allergies, you might have a reaction. So, yeah, we'll take it off you.
Oh, and just for the record, I did, for a short time, have the mange, but it's completely cleaned up. You know, I cleared it up. It did that. It was a series of treatments, and it's all gone. So I won't be. There's none of that anymore. And I've had all my rabies shots, so I'm not. I won't be a danger to any of you. I want that to be an assurance to each of you.
Lovely.
Thanks
We'll have
for
plenty of
that.
pills then.
And I'm obviously house trained. I do prefer to go outside, but if you've got a litter tray or anything like that, I'm happy to use that too.
We'll get
I mean,
you
you could just use the toilet.
Also, it's difficult. I'm quite small and it's angling, and also it just feels unnatural.
But like,
You know?
it's just. You can train cats to use the toilet. Why can't you do it?
Well, I'm not a cat, okay? I'm sorry I can't be a cat, okay, Thumper? I'm sorry I'm such a disappointment to you already. I'm sorry I'm not a good boy.
You're not a disappointment. You are the best boy.
And he goes, he curls up in the corner and like his ears are like right back.
We'll leave you some time to settle in, shall we?
I feel like cheering him up's probably your thing, Midnight, not mine.
Would you like cheering up, or would you like leaving alone?
I mean, a game of fetch wouldn't go amiss.
Oh.
Just like a, I mean, I mean, there's a lot of room in here, and I've just, you know, I need to run around now and again. I know I'm getting on, but I've still got to use my legs, especially if I'm going to be helping you guys out and about.
Do you enjoy a good game of fetch? What do you say? Especially with a good boy. Nope,
Tail
we got
starts
the ball.
wagging frantically.
What did I do with that letter? I mean,
I have not the fucking foggiest.
It's
So
in
wherever
the
you
table.
left it, mate.
Yeah, you can crumple up into a little ball and throw it if you want to play fetch with.
Can we manifest a scrumpled up piece of paper?
I think I can. Hang on a second. There you go.
Amazing. I can't pick it up. Why can't I pick it up?
You can now.
I have no idea how to throw it though. I'm gonna have to just throw it on the ground. Fetch!
Oh, yeah, that's mine. I'll take that.
Bring it
Okay.
back.
Oh, let me bring it to you, sir. Oh, there we go. That's for you. Oh no, it's gone over there.
Boy.
Let me get it back. Let me bring it back to you. I'm on it. There we go. Oh, no.
Don't worry.
I got it.
You'll get it this time.
There you go. Oh,
Good boy. Good
sorry,
job.
I've not had a proper owner in a while. I mean, Simon is around, but he's a bit of a. It's just hard to have a conversation with the man. It seems like he's taken his sarcasm to be his entire personality, and it's like eventually you just get a bit tired of it, you know.
Yes, of course.
And I don't think he really appreciates how difficult it is being a dog in a society where animals are largely used for their meat. I've seen so many people looking at me with hungry eyes.
Oh well, you see, I don't eat meat. I
Oh,
rather disagree with the concept.
oh well, I can only eat meat largely. That's a kind of a dietary requirement. Though I'm not really big on killing things, and I do think that it'd be nicer if people did kill each other a little less. Though you humans seem quite fond of it.
So we really kill occasionally when we need to.
Well, that's something of a reassurance, I think. Oh no, I can't drop it. No. It's mine now. There we go. So is this room 9 now? Can I decorate it? How will I?
Oh yes, of course. It's all
I can
yours.
bring in some trinkets from home. But I'm the thing. Sorry, my legs are getting a bit tired. I just need to get.
I'll
maybe
leave
if we-
you some time to rest then.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh,
I
it's
suppose
been
it's
a
gonna
rather long
fill this
day.
room.
Would you like a cup of tea, Eddie?
I need a fucking pint. I'm still holding one. Never mind.
All right, we can end the session there after midnight, and Gaswold played a nice game of fetch with Fox's heartfelt letter.
That was fun. I didn't expect him to play fetch.
Oh, next session's gonna be fun when they all find out what's happened.